Total of 60 students are there or 64? 64 students are there in the batch, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Please enter the number, registration number. So how you are spending your time? Busy nowadays or you're very free? Vishnu?
Vishnu and Devra.
Yeah, you're from Andhra? Jagdish? Hello? Say something.
Yes, ma'am. Andhra only, ma'am.
You're from Andhra. Okay, there are two Vishnus here. Yes, I asked you one question. How you are spending your time in the house? You're all very happy, enjoying, or boring? Hello? Shobna Lakshmi?
Yes, ma'am.
How's your time there in the house?
Boring sometimes, but it's a bit scary here, ma'am. Too much of corona cases around.
Oh my god, where is your house?
Nungambakam.
Nungamakam, where, ma?
Nungambakam, near Vijay TV office, ma'am.
Oh, that's in the...
Nearer to Allur Kotam.
Okay, that's it.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine. We are very safe here. I'm very close to the college. Actually, my house is in Chulemed. So there also they said that not to come that side itself because it's fully, it's completely spread, I think so, in that area.
Yes, ma'am. 2 streets are totally blocked there.
Okay. So I'm staying very close to the college, near DMA college.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
this place, actually, we don't have any symptoms so far. So at least they are safe. How about others? Those are from Andhra. How is Andhra?
Many
Fine, ma'am.
cases.
Few cases are there. And I think Andhra is better. You know that ours has come to fourth rank, world level. Russia, Brazil and US are above us. We are fourth. So Russia also will come down. We may go to the second rank. Brazil and US is quite high. Maybe Russia we will cross and we will be in the third rank actually. Now at present it is in fourth rank. I don't know. It's increasing very badly. And I think there may be a lockdown from Monday or Sunday. Sai Pradeep. So we will start the class now. Another 1 minute. Let me see who else is there. Only 20. Yes, ma'am. Itashri, Sai Pradeep.
Yes, ma'am.
You're all from Andhra?
Yes, ma'am.
How is Andhra?
Yeah, good, ma'am.
Fine.
Not so
They
good.
give more freedom.
Even you have more fear. The Chennai people should be having fear. Andhra is far better, right?
Yes, ma'am. When compared to Chennai, Andhra is better.
Chennai is very bad. I think most probably this Maharashtra, Chennai is there is echo coming in this. Hello? Oh my god.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm getting an echo of my own voice. So recording will become an issue here. That's what I'm just saying. Hello? Okay, fine. So I'll start the class now. Let me first introduce. Many of you may be knowing me. I would have come to your class also. Am I right? If not, yeah. Shahid. So I have come to your class? Fine.
Yeah,
So
yes,
I'm... Yeah. So now this class we are just starting today, and I will be helping you till the end of this one, till you get placed. We will be in touch with each other. This is not only for this crash course. So we are planning even beyond this. That's what your person Sashi has told me. Like he wanted to create a WhatsApp group, and he said, please help them till their end, like till their placement. So that's one thing, and we are planning. 1 minute. I forgot it. Just now I took the class. Okay, ma'am. So now I have to start this Capgemini paper for you. I'll be doing it very slowly. Your previous batch, one student asked, the option choices are there. We are giving the answer. He picked the right answer. But the thing is, he didn't know how to explain. So when I started explaining one problem, I've taken long time. I'll show you which problem it is. So the problem is when I start doing it and I want to give this complete explanation because I'm not in a hurry to finish the paper. Neither you are writing any exam now that you have to complete the paper. Only thing is, whatever the problem you see, the logic should be very clear. If it is a simple problem, we can rush, we can just finish it off. But if it is little complicated, you should know how to solve it. It is not that you know how to solve this particular problem. You should know that logic so that you can apply that logic for any other problem also. Okay. So the previous batch interaction is very good, and they had a lot of argument. And they said, why should we do so much when it is only in the exam, you said that in 1 minute you have to answer the question. So why you are spending so much of time on that? So only reason is I want you people to understand that for that reason I'm spending so much of time. Otherwise, in the exam, you are not supposed to take so much of time. Okay. So that's one thing. So we will start this class now. People will keep entering when they enter though. We'll see that later. So the thing is, Capgemini paper, first thing is you have to identify like what are the questions asked in that, and I want you to find out like what type of questions are asked. So if you don't know what type of questions are asked, then it is going to be difficult for you to attempt that. So you may not be understanding that also. So first thing is you need to see the questions and understand what type of questions are asked. What is this one? It's a series or what? Sequence, progression. Hello. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
One thing is when I share
Series,
this,
ma'am.
one thing is when I again started going. 1 minute. The one who was no. 1 minute. The one who spoke to me now. Hello, Vignesh.
Yes, ma'am.
No, one of you when you switch on only, I'm getting this echo problem. I just wanted to see who's it. No, not yours. No, not
Sai
yours.
Pradeep, ma'am.
Sai Pradeep.
This one, ma'am.
Sai Pradeep, ma'am.
Sai Pradeep. Sai Pradeep.
Nice,
Keep
ma'am.
your I think the disturbance is because of your okay.
Yeah, okay,
If
ma'am.
you want to ask
Okay,
question,
ma'am.
you can unmute it. You put it in mute.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Now we'll start this. So I just want you to identify the questions and I want the answers now and then because if you don't answer, I will not know. Previous class also that 2 times the net got disconnected because of the power cut. And of course, I didn't disconnect from that, but still there was a break in between. And I was thinking that everybody is listening, but finally I saw that net was not there. Again, I had to go back and connect it. So please keep answering. If you don't answer, I will not know whether you are still existing or not. Okay. So this is series. How about this problem? In which category will this come?
Time and work, ma'am.
Time and work. Next.
Speed and distance.
Speed and distance. Good. Next one.
Person.
Pardon? Any fraction problem you can say. Numbers, fractions. That's it. Next. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What is this? Identify this and tell me what type of, which category this comes. What type of problem is this?
Time and distance.
Time and distance. But why you are taking so much time to identify that? Okay, now this one.
Ratio and proportions.
Ratio and proportion.
Ratio, proportion, or we can say this is a mixture problem. Either way, it's correct. Next.
Profit and loss.
Is it profit and loss?
Interest, simple interest compound.
Hello? Percentage. Next one.
Ages.
Problem on ages.
Problems on ages. Very good. Next one.
Pipes and systems.
Pipes and systems. Yeah. Next.
Profit and loss.
Yeah, of course. Profit and loss. Very good. Next.
Partnership.
Average is very good. Partnership is, I don't think so. It's partnership. Is it partnership? I don't know. It's not partnership, but average is what somebody said is good. Okay, fine. You can even say profit and loss because sold is given here. So based on that, you can say it's profit and loss, but the ideal one is like averages. Yeah, this one.
Probability.
Yeah, this everybody said. One is you have the probability word in that, and the second is the dice. The dice is always used whenever the probability problem comes. So based on that.
Logarithm.
Logarithm, or you can also go for algebra. Either way, you can say this
LCM.
LCM.
one. LCM. This one.
LCM and HCF.
HCF and LCM.
Good. HCF and LCM. Then here people get stuck. Now you tell me.
Trigonometry. No.
Trigonometry.
No.
Algebra.
Algebra.
Okay, fine. Algebra. Anything else? Algebra, trigonometry, then
Polynomial.
Polynomial.
Polynomial, okay, fine then. Functions. The minute you have something, usually what do you call functions? Functions something like this, right? Right. F of n we say is a function, right? That is how it is mentioned. It's not f, it is p or m. It's nothing but functions. And you get whatever you said, everything is right. It's a polynomial, it is an algebraic equation, it's a quadratic equation. Some people say coordinate geometry, but it's all correct. Nothing like one particular specific category you have to say. It is like all interrelated. This one. Okay. This is the last one. What is it?
Percentages.
Percentage.
The minute you see percentage is a percentage. So very first thing why I am giving you all this question and I'm asking you to find out is normally identifying and identifying the problem is very important. Some people will not even know what exactly is asked. Okay, they keep doing something different and the question asked will be something different. So for that reason, every question when you see, you have to know like what type of questions are asked and which category it comes. And the second thing what you have to know is what is that level. See, for example, if I show you this, is it a very high level or low level question? Very easy or very hard? Can you tell me whether this is very easy question or very hard question? Or is it medium? Hello?
Medium.
Please keep answering something. If you all keep quiet, I will not know. Okay. Is it medium? Array, it's not medium. It's very simple. What is that question as? 5 by 20?
5 by 21 into 1260.
That's all. Is it medium?
Easy.
Very easy, right? Similarly, when I give you some other question, okay, this one, is it hard or easy or medium? Yes? I didn't want you to work out the problem. I want you to just see the problem and say whether it's hard. If you have really understood this, it's very easy. If you think that you have almost understood, you can work out this, then it is medium. If you're not at all understanding anything, then it is hard. So which category this falls in? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Which category, ma? Okay, whoever is answering. Jagadish, who is it? Anyone? Vignesh or Jagadish or Akash, Aishwarya, tell me now. Any one of you. Shahid, tell me, did you understand this problem or not? Hello? Did you understand this problem or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't say for my sake. I'm asking you whether you have understood clearly or halfway you are vague about it or you have not understood at all.
Somewhat understood, ma'am.
Somewhat. Okay. So that means it is medium. Or you can say, when you don't know how to approach in this, what exactly to be done, then you can say it's a harder question, right? So please categorize the questions and see, because when you have the question paper, when they're asking for like here, the 16 questions are asked in aptitude, nothing like one question will have very good score and one will have very bad score. So when you go for this particular problem or this particular problem, you are going to get some score. Say, for example, if they're giving 5 marks for this, even for this, they'll give 5 marks. If you are given these 2 questions, which one will you attempt? You are left out with some 3 minutes or 4 minutes in the last 3 minutes, and you have to complete the question. 2 are left out in this. So you have one of this question as this one and the other one is this. Which one will you attempt? 4th or 5th?
4th, ma'am.
4. That means what? 4 is easy, right? And
Yes, ma'am.
this stuff, and because both are going to have the same marks, right? when you know that definitely you can get this right, and you will get 5 marks. So definitely you'll go for that. Whereas here you are not definite about it because it is harder. So this is one thing required when you have this question paper with you. When they're asking, kindly read the instructions. That is one thing very, very important. You have to read the instruction and see whether all are carrying equal marks. Is there any positive, negative scoring for that? If there is no negative scoring and all are carrying equal marks, then you pick all the easy answer. This is one question I can pick. Then the second question I'll pick is this one. Right. This is also easy category. It's a direct problem. But I will not be picking this question in the initial stage because this is going to be tougher. And how about this one? This also it is tougher. So what I will do is I'll postpone all this and keep it in the last so that I will get the score for all these easy questions. And then finally, when I have time, I'll go for the harder questions. Even this is quite easy. So that is one thing required. You need to first do some research with the paper. It's not that directly the minute you get the paper, start doing that and randomly click. This is one thing. Second is, if you don't have any negative marking, in that case, you have to start completing the paper. That is very important because many of you, what you do is, you start the paper, you do half the way, then finally you get vexed. Like you don't know many of the questions, there is no point in doing it and you come out of it. Okay, some students do sincerely half the paper. They'll sit and work out everything and they'll do it very sincerely. And then the time lagging, then they'll leave the balance. That is also one of the category. So the smarter one is like what you are supposed to do is you have to complete the entire paper. That is very much required. Okay, so that part, where is it? You need to plan all this thing and guesswork. So guessing is something which is really important. So you have not done this problem, right? So can you just guess and tell me what can be the right answer? 2 minutes, no 1 minute, not even 2 minutes. I don't want you to work out this. Guesswork is something where you can intelligently guess something randomly, like you don't have 30 seconds are left out in the this one. You just want to click something and come out. Which answer will you click? A or B or C or D? 30 seconds over.
A, ma'am.
A. Others? B. C. Then? Only 2 students are there. I want everyone to answer. What value will you take?
C, ma'am.
C. That's all?
D, ma'am.
D. Okay, let me tell you.
C, ma'am.
C. Okay, then.
C, ma'am.
B. Fine. I don't want to tell that now. Anyhow, guessing is, I said one thing is little intelligent guessing should be done. Now you are randomly guessed. Most of you are guessed for C, then D, then A, but the actual answer is B. Okay. Somehow you have gone wrong, but still, when you start doing it, when you see the problem to some extent, you will have an idea where the value falls and immediately you will try to get that value, right? Sometime it may be right, but most of the time, like guesswork is also very important. Last minute, when you don't have time, you have to go for the guesswork. Okay, fine. So these are all the tips I just wanted to give you. And now you'll start with this problem. So first problem. This is a series. So how will you know what should be the answer? Let me write down that numbers here. Yes? Can anyone guess? First is a guesswork, Ma. I don't want to give the answer. Don't work out. What can be the guess? Hello? Like in that problem you guessed, I want you to guess first.
B, ma'am.
B. Okay.
Fraction, ma'am.
Is it? Okay, the fraction there you're having by 3, so you are taken that. Good. Next. Any other answer? Any other answer? Hello? This class is very, very quiet. I don't want quiet class. I want you to answer the questions. Yeah.
C, ma'am.
C. Who else is there? Karthik. Karthik.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah. What is the answer?
It's B, ma'am. B. B for ball.
Karthik, you were in my class last semester. I hope so. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I remember you. Okay, fine. B is the answer. Fine. What else is the answer, ma? Others? Girls? Okay, that is your guesswork B. But many of you are guessing B. Even the last class also, many of them guessed this B because divide by 3 is there and very close to that. So, okay, fine, good. Anyway, I will try to work out now. So, what you're supposed to do whenever you have a series of this kind? When you have a series of this kind, first thing is try always for the difference. The difference here is, oh, I'm sorry, this is not 48. This is 45. So difference is 15. What's the difference here? What is the difference here?
180, ma'am.
180. What's the difference here?
80, ma'am.
80. And further we don't have, so leave it. Now can you guess like how the sequence is formed? I was doing in a different way, but last batch, I think Manoj, he did it in a different way. It was really good the way he did. There are only 35 students, 34. Please, all of you enter your registration number in the chat box. That's going to be your attendance. Tell me what to do. So you know from 45, 60, 60 are coming when you add 15 to that. But 60 to this one, how you are getting it? So definitely it's not addition, correct? One thing you can say, because it is increasing faster, that means it is not exponentially increase. I mean, it is not like adding up the values. So adding is ruled out. Something is multiplication. How do you find out this? What I was doing is different, but that student really came out with a good idea. That is 60, you take it, divide by 45. What is the answer? In fraction. Hello?
4 by 3, ma'am.
4 by 3. So just check the other one. $240 by 60. It's 4. How about the next one? 320 by 240. Hello?
4 by 3, ma'am.
By 3, ma'am.
4 by 3. So you're getting the sequence 4 by 3, 4, 4 by 3. Then what should be the next one?
4.
We don't know. That is, we are going to take x. X divided by
Divided by 320 is equals to 4.
4. Because it's like 4 by 3, 4. Of course, he did the other way, 45 by 60. I mistook in the other way. Anyway, whichever way you do, answer is similar. So here 4 by 3 into 4, then again 4 by 3, this into 4. So what is your x value?
A, ma'am.
A. That is 32 into 4 is 128. So it's going to be 1280. And check whether your next answer you are right, getting it right. So 128, 1280 divided by the next value. Am I doing it right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. No, ma'am. Wait. The second value by first value. Okay. second value by this one. So this is going to be divided by here also we are getting the same thing, 320. That is what we got it now. And the next will be, we don't know, that is 1512 by 3 whole divided by how much? 1280. Correct? Is it correct or wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
Yes,
What,
ma'am.
are you getting the next answer? But that itself we didn't try, right? You had to try, no, sorry, previous one I had to try. Previous one is what? Not this. That is equal to 4. Okay, we get 4, then the next one you're going to try. So you see whether you're getting this answer. Okay. So this is another one way of doing it. I did the other way. It was a little complicated. The student who said was really useful. That was really easy. What I did is 15 is there. 16 by 15, you're getting 4. So then next is you're getting 240 as 60 into 4. So I'm taking 60 square divided by the difference. So 60 square by difference is going to be nothing but this is 240. So then again the next will be 245 that by difference. Difference is 180. This is square. Similarly, next will be 320 square by 80 and so on. So I just took this in difference. So this is another way of taking this. There, here also you are going to get the answer. This is one way of doing it. This is second way of doing it. Okay. Just 1 minute. Yeah. And actually, 1 minute. I'll go to the next one now. Yeah, please try this. Hello. Yeah, please tell me. Yeah. Okay. From where? From where? I left it some 5 years before. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
How to proceed this one, ma'am? So last one is clear. Do you want me to explain again? That's clear, right? So you are having some sequence 4 by 3, 4, 4 by 3, 4 in that way. So in that way you can find the answer. Now you tell me this one. And for a series, actually you have to practice different problems. Hello.
Fourth option, ma'am.
Right.
Option B.
Okay, fine. Okay, option B, option C. What else is there? Guess is over. I think today you people are not lucky in guessing because every guess is going wrong. Let me see that guesswork some other day. Okay. It's all based on the luck also. Sometimes you simply guess something and you get the right answer. That we'll see that later. And by what I'm seeing is today, whatever you're guessing, everything is going wrong. So leave it. Maybe next time I'll ask you for the guesswork. And now you proceed. So when you have such a big problem, the 2 lines is given, or that I can say the statements, different statements are given. It's always a confusion where to start and how to start. That is the reason I asked you to first identify like what type of problem it is. And you rightly identified this is a time and work problem. And now what you do is in this time and work, I am going to take this in like a step by step. The step by step is, first step is this one. I just want to finish off with this statement, whatever is given. What is the meaning of that? The next is extend that to up to this. And then after that, extend that to this one. Okay. So there are 3 different categories. The first category, second category, and this is third one. Not category, sorry. 3 different statements I can say, or steps are there. So let me go for the first step. So when you go for the first step, a task is done by 12 men or 15 women. So what do you understand by that? What will you write for that? Whatever the guesswork you want to make now, whatever you want to say, please say. Those who are sleeping, please wake up. There are many of you who are not answering anything. 37 students are there. Where are others? Tejashwin. I'm unable to see everyone here. That's a problem. 1 minute. Raja Yadav. Sweta Reddy. Tejashwin. Deepa. Yeah, what are you all doing? I want everyone to guess something. I told you already this is going to be an interactive session and you are going to work out. I'm not going to work out this problem. So you try whichever way you want. It's like a research. Please do it. So first, what are you supposed to do? When I say 12 men or 15 women, what do you mean by that? Hello?
The number of people, ma'am.
Good. Number of people. What do you understand by that? 12 men or 15 women?
It's either 12 men or 15 women, ma'am.
Very good. So it's either 12 men or 15 women because last class that was a big confusion. This is 12 men or 15 women. So what do you do with this? Or how do you compare these two? How do you compare this 12 men and 15 women? As you say, the statement is correct. Either 12 men or 15 women. But how do you compare that? Men, whatever they can do, same thing 15 women can do, correct? That's the meaning of that. Either 12 men
Yes,
or
ma'am.
either 12 men or 15 women, you have to equate it. The 12 men, whatever the work they do, the same work 15 women can do. So the work done by 12 men will be same as the work done by 15 women, right? So from this I can bring down this because both are equals. I can say 4 men is equal to 5 women. Remove this 3 as a common term from both. So when you come to this, what do you mean by that? When I said 4 men, there is nothing but your efficiency, right? 4 men's work can be completed by 5 women. Whatever the work the 4 men are going to do will be completed by 5 women. So you need to assume some value here. Let us consider a particular number of units a man can do in 1 day. Then in that case, you have to find out how many units a woman can do in 1 day. Is that clear? I'm going to assume now. Yeah, please tell me. Tell. Yeah, ma. Something you wanted to say. What will you assume?
No, understood, honest.
Yeah, what will you assume? I said. Okay. Not that you're understanding. I want to know what exactly you're going to assume for this. This is an efficiency, right? The efficiency.
Ma'am, we can consider 1 man equal to 5 by 4th woman fractionally.
Good. 1 man is equal to 5 by 4
of women.
So if I assume that women are doing some work, accordingly you have to assume how many men can do. So this example I'm going to give you, which I have given in every class, I just want to give you this. This is simply some algebraic expression, equation. So in this equation, I have given some constant term along with some variable. Similarly, here also one constant term along with some variable. So I can say that left hand side is equal to right hand side. In that case, can you just tell me what can you assume for A and what can you assume for B here? It's a random, some equation. I'm not saying what it is. It may be a percentage problem, it may be a time and work problem or time and distance problem, where I'm getting a particular equation as 2A equal to 3B and I want to substitute some numerical value for A and B. So what value can you substitute for A and what value will you substitute for B?
A equal to 3, B equal to 2, ma'am.
A equal to 3, B equal to 2, so that there was any kind of a confusion, you know that this is 6, both are equal, correct? The similar way, I want you to understand this and tell me what will you assume for M, what will you assume for W here? Women. This sentence,
Men equal to 5, women equal to 4.
men equal to 5 and women equal to 4.
Men
This
equal
is
to
what
4.
you are going to assume, correct? So when
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
men equal to 5, women equal to 4, what do you understand by that? That is 1 man equal to 5, 1 women equal to 4. What do you mean by that? What is this 5 and 4? Number of days or anything else? Speed? What will you take? Now you are going to assume something. What we assume is let 1 man complete 5 units per day. This is an assumption we are making it. Clear? Assume that 1 man can complete 5 units per day. In that case, 1 woman can complete 4 units per day. Is that clear? All these problems, percentage or time and work or time and distance, everything we are going to do only by assuming some value. So now you are going to assume this and do it, right? So we assume that 1 man can complete 5 units per day. Similarly, 1 woman can complete 4 units per day based on the statement given here. Is that clear? Any doubt in this? Do you have any doubt? Imagine.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, all right. So we'll go to the second step now. What is second step? Second step says they finish it in 14 days. Who finishes in 14 days?
12 men or 15 women, either.
Anyone. So we can take any one of this. We'll consider 15 women. Right? So 15 women can complete the work in how many days? 14 days, correct? If not 15 women,
Yes.
we'll consider 12 women. That is, in an office, they are going to take some people to complete a particular work. So that particular work, they know that thing is they're like packing the box. So if a man is appointed, he will pack 5 boxes in one day. Suppose a woman is appointed, the woman will pack 4 units in one day. Okay. So this is their rate of that work, efficiency. So what they do is they have certain number of boxes to be packed in one day. If it is packed in 14 days, they have a particular work which will be completed in 14 days, provided they take 12 men to complete the work. So I already said 1 man can complete 5 units in one day. So in a company, they are hiring some 12 men and they ask them to complete the work. So they are taking 14 days to complete the work. Suppose men refuse to come there. So they will throw all the men out and they say we will take only women now. In that case, they know very well in 14 days the work has to be completed. That's a target. So that means only 12 men, women if you take, it will not be completed because they are little slow. So they will be appointing 15 men women to complete the work. Is that clear? So either 12 men they will appoint, if not, they will appoint 15 women so that either any one of them will be completing the work in 14 days. Any one of the group, I mean. Right. So that means 15 women can complete in 14 days. So 1 woman will do how much of work? When 15 women can complete the work in 14 days, 1 woman will do it in how many work? How much of work will she do in one day? Not one day, sorry. 15 men can complete in 14 days and 1 woman will take how much time? Confused? If you're not understanding, you should say at least you're confused, then I'll explain that. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So now I'll give you one small example. Leave that one. There are boys there. The rate is given that 1 boy will do 10 units per day. That is his rate. 10 units is doing. He will have some kind of a work, packing the box or something else. He will do 10 units per day. Okay. If there are 2 boys, how many units will they do in one day?
20.
20. So in a factory, like stitching of something is there, mass stitching. So in the mass stitching, they want to do per day, they want to do 20 mass stitching. So they have a work in the company where there are 20 masks to be stitched and they are hiring 2 boys. How many days will it take to complete? One boy can do 10 masks per day. There are 2 boys available and the company wants 20 masks to be produced per day. So how many days will it take to complete that work?
2 days.
2 boys
2
in
days.
1 day.
2 days or 1
1
day?
day. 1 day.
1 day.
1 day, 1 day.
One. Why?
1 day.
Because there are 2 boys. Each boy will do 10 units. So 20 units will be completed in 1 day. Imagine that one boy is not coming. He stopped. There is only one boy coming there. The same work. You are not changing the
2
work.
days.
Then you will take 2 days.
2 days.
Right. And now all of a sudden there are many people available for job and there are 4 of them approaching you. Okay, when the 4 of them approaching to complete this 20 units, how long it is going to take?
Half a day.
Half a day.
Half a
Half
day.
a day.
Half a day, good. Because each will do 5 units and they can finish it in half a day because 10 units will take 1 day. So you can see that as the number of men increases, the number of days decreases provided it's the same amount of work. The work is constant, you're not changing it. So when you keep varying only the number of days and number of person, as the number of person increases, the number of days decreases. Okay, so they are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, so it's going to be inversely proportional to each other. Is this clear? Any doubt in this? And now the similar thing, like what I have done is, you bring it to always 1 day. Suppose I have not given you this statement, this particular statement, if I am not giving you. Directly, if I ask 2 boys can complete in 1 day, then 4 boys will complete in half a day. Okay, that's easier. If I ask you for 3 boys, how long will it take? How will you do it? 4 boys as the multiplications you have done directly. It's quite difficult, right? Not that easy. Okay. Normally, what you can do is you can go for 1 boy. Whatever the data given, first thing is bring it to 1 person. 1 person can complete in 1 day. Correct? No, sorry, I didn't write here. 2 days. 1 person can complete in 2 days. Right? So, when I say 3 boys, it's nothing but 2 by 3 days. This is a process. Please remember this. Anything given, that given data is this one. 2 boys can complete in 1 day. From that, you bring down to 1 boy. So 1 boy means that is multiplication of this. This 2 will come here. So 1 boy means you bring this 2 here. So 2 days. 3 boys, when I say it is just division. That's it. Is it clear? Any doubt in this? Hello?
No doubt, ma'am.
No doubt. So here, what you're supposed to do now? I'll remove all this. So in this,
14 by 15.
Is it 14 by 15? Now, first step is bring it to 1 woman. 1 woman will take how long?
1 by 14.
Why 1 by 14? Why 1 by 14, ma'am? 1 woman will take how long to complete it? See, 14 days, 1 person is doing.
14 by 15.
14 by 4.
I just now told you 2 boys can complete in 1 day. Then 1 boy will complete in how many days?
2 days, ma'am.
2
This
days.
is 1 day. How did he get 2 here?
Boy reduced.
How did he get 2 here? The boy is reduced. That means here the days are increasing, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So you already have this 1 day and that you have to multiply into 2, right? So as the number of men decreases, the number of days increases. So here the number of women decreases. So how can it be by 15? When you have this is 14 by 15 will be very, very small. When you're decreasing this has to increase, right? So what you should do?
Into 15.
14 into 15.
Now it's clear why we are multiplying into 15. Because When you say 15 women are completing the work in 14 days, that means all the 15 are working for all the 14 days, correct? When all the 15 women are working for 14 days, means each person is going to work for 14 days. Imagine there is one woman, everybody else left. What she will do is she will finish her work, which is going to involve 14 days. That is how they are doing it, right? And then she will finish her work, then she will go for the second person's work. In that way, she'll go for the third person's work. So how many people are there? 15 of them are there. So overall, how much of work how many days she's going to take? For her, 14. For the second person, 14. Third person, 14. Up to 15%, 14 means it's nothing but 14 into 15. Is that clear? Why we are doing 14 into 15? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
This is one thing clear now. So now 14 into 15 number of days she will take to complete the work. One woman will do 14 into 15 days to complete the work. Okay. And now she is going to work for 14 into 15. What is that? Whatever the value. That many days she is going to work. And how many units will she produce per day?
4 units.
4 units.
4 units. So this is only number of days. So how much of units is completed by her? 14 into 15 days she is going to work. If she works, say 4 units per day, you are saying. One day she will finish 4 units. If she works for 2 days, how many units she will complete?
8 units.
8 units. It's nothing but 4 into 2. If she works for 3 days, 12 units. It's nothing but 4 into 3. So here also she is going to work for so many days. So how many units will she complete? Into 4.
840, ma'am.
Whatever it is. I don't want to write that. So this is the total number of units. Yeah, this if we multiply, okay, 60 into 14 is 840. Correct. Okay. So this 840 units she's going, this is what is the total work we have assumed based on the assumption made per day. One person can do so much. Therefore, the total number of units is this much. Right. This is the second step. Now you come to the third step. What is the third step? One of you help me, please. Tell me what is the third step.
Men and women together.
Men and women together. So how to write that? How to write that? The third step, what you're going to write is, you are given that 7 men and 15 women. So what you're going to do with this? Plus. Very good. And you know how many they can do it. You can finish. You can say that one man can do 5 units. Similarly, one woman can do 4 units. So how many units they're completing it? This is 35. Plus this is 60. So total units they are going to complete. Right? So 95 units they are going to complete. And you know the total work is 14 into 15 into 4. And 95 units they are going to complete per day. So how will you divide this or multiply? What will you do here? Whenever you have a confusion here, you go for a small problem. If I consider that one person, like one boy, can complete 12 units per day. Imagine one boy can do 12 units per day. Then there are total 36 units to be completed. How long will it take to complete it? If one boy can do 12 units,
3 days.
3 days. It's very
3
clear.
days,
Because every day he'll do 12 units, 1 unit, and then in that way 3 days he'll finish. So how do you get 3 from this one? How do you arrive at 3? Because you know, because it's a small problem, you can directly say 3 is the answer. But from this given value, how do you arrive 3?
Multiply.
Multiply which number to which? You are given 36.
36 into 1 by 12, mom. Multiply and divide.
Not multiplying. 36 by 12. The total units what I have is 36. This is a rate. Rate means per day he can do 12. Therefore 36 by 12 is nothing but 3 days it's going to take. Similarly, you have total units is 14 into 15 into 4. And per day, this particular group, whatever you are taking, let us consider this as a group. This group can do 95 units per day, correct? This is per day. So therefore, you have to divide by 95. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, when you divide,
8.8, ma'am.
this is 19, therefore this is 168 by 19. When you divide it, it's going to be 8.8. Is that clear? Why we are dividing it? That's what is mainly required to understand why we are dividing it. But this particular problem, your previous batch, ECED, they did really well. They made a lot of mistakes. I'm not saying they did directly. Initial mistake was quite blunder, like they gave some formula and they arrived at, and they did all that. But there are 2-3 things which they did. I want you to understand that. That was really useful. We are taking separately here 5 and 4 and adding it, right? So instead of that, one student said, you know from this statement, 15 women is nothing but 12 men. So replace it. Instead of this, you replace this as 12 men. Already you have men here. So how many men are there? 19 men. And then each man will do 5 units. So 19 into 5, 95. There is one option. You have to do it in different way. The second one, which I gave them, because one boy said, why you are spending so much of time in explaining this? How can we do the same thing in the exam? You don't have to do so much in the exam. I'll tell you what you're going to do in the exam. If you are logically, if you understood. In the second step, you have 15 women can complete in 14 days, correct? Then one woman can complete in 14 into 15 days. You have to know this. This you cannot say no, right? And now replace this. The 7 men. And you know that 12 men is, okay, now you can replace the other way. I have to take in terms of men. Because 15 is one thing which is an advantage here. You have this 15, right? So what I can do here is, I'll take in terms of men. 12 men can complete in 14 days. 1 man can complete in 14 into 12 days. Right? And now, you can say that this is 15 women can be replaced by 12 men, correct? As per this. So you have 19. So you know that 1 man can complete in so many days. So 19 men can complete in 14 into 12 by 90. It's a direct problem. Just 2-3 steps, that's all. Is it clear? I don't have to assume all this thing, whatever I assumed. All this is for your explanation. I have given that. How that is changing. Otherwise, if the logic is very clear, the next step is you can just go for this step. That's enough. 12 men in 14 days, 1 man in 14 to 12 days. Therefore, 7 men and 15 women is nothing but equal to 19 women. So 19 men, if you consider this 14 into 12 by 19. That's it. Is that clear now? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But most of the time I'm seeing that you are not answering. Either you're sleeping, feeling very sleepy. Hello? Yes, Karthik.
Yes, ma'am. Not feeling sleepy, ma'am.
You are always quiet. In the class also you used to be quiet, and here also you are very quiet. Who else is answering? Very few students are answering. I want everybody to participate. Right? I want everyone to participate in this, because online, that is an advantage. You can do it slowly and you can understand and you can learn. In case you have problem, please get back to me. Like yesterday also, one student told me one particular thing, like he's finding it difficult to manage this and programming. There is nothing like that. Just listen and do problems in my class. That will be enough for the aptitude preparation. Practice alone is required during exam. Take simple problems and practice. While practicing, don't go for tough problems. Once you're thorough with the simple problems, then you take the next level. Okay, fine?
Okay, ma'am.
Any doubt? No doubt?
No, ma'am.
Idhilime doubt illaya? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
No doubts at all.
No doubts about today's session, ma'am.
Okay. I think your class only yesterday, now I remember. Aisha madam's class, she was handling yesterday, right? because
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, because she had some issue in recording, so I was recording that. And you were saying about one student who's having this corona problem, Karthik. How is he?
Ma'am, no one got corona,
Same
ma'am.
Karthik, ma'am.
நீங்க சும்மா சொன்னீங்களா?
ஆமா, ma'am. He is just mocking me, ma'am, my friend.
Okay, because when the minute I saw Karthik here, I thought this person Karthik Satrusala நினைச்சிட்டு ஐயோ பாவமே என் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்க்கு வந்துருச்சு நினைச்சேன். Then I thought என் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் வந்தது இங்க இதுல வந்திருக்க முடியாது. He's attending this, you are not having that. So it was a okay. So come, and then another thing I wanted to tell. I was thinking it is another batch anga advice panna, that advice has to be given here. I was just seeing the chat box and நீங்க கண்ணாமினன் chat பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தீங்க. Okay, please don't do it in this. I think in my class nobody has done so far. I don't know whether you would have got the information. Neithiki full and full, because I was monitoring her this one. I was giving admission and then I was monitoring this, and she was taking class. And then I saw lots of students, particularly Telugu students, were chatting in Telugu and giving all different kind of something like, what to say, some kind of a comment. I didn't know because it was in Telugu. I can understand little bit of Telugu because I worked in Andhra, but otherwise I'm not that good in that. But still, please don't do that in others class. அப்படின்னா நீங்க மேடமோட கிளாஸை நீங்க அட்டென்ட் பண்ணல, you are only chatting, right? Chat பண்றதுக்கு இங்க தான் டைம் கிடைச்சது உங்களுக்கு. Cellphone is there, anytime you can do it. Please don't do that in the class. Okay, good. Anyhow, more interaction is required, ma. All other classes they are interacting a lot. Unga class mattum pathina interaction is very very less. Tappu pannalum parvalla. When you make mistake only you will understand, you will learn. Tappu panname yarum kathukka mudiyadhu. Okay, so I want you all to interact a lot, because I am free here to explain you. நான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு கரெக்டா நீங்க சொல்லி ஆகணும், இந்த டைம்க்குள்ள முடிச்சாகணுன்றதுலாம் ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. We'll do it slowly but clearly. என்ன டவுட் இருந்தாலும் ப்ளீஸ் ஆஸ்க் மீ. ரைட்? எந்த டவுட் இல்லை யாருக்குமே?
இல்ல மேம்.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. I think you can leave now. We'll see next week. Yeah, bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.